I sent you a video, and I would like for you to play it, please.
Okay.
Hey. Play the video. It's only 2 minutes. So play the video for me so the people can hear the video.
People can hear the video. Why you send it like that? Hold on. Let me stop.
I sent it. It's from it's a YouTube video.
Okay, I'm seeing it, but you got it in my Google file. I don't even use this. It came in my
okay, let me see. What is the name of it? Let me see what the name of the video is, and you will be able to play it. It's YouTube and called Stand by un momento.
Stand by un momento? Okay,
yes, one moment. It is called. Hold on, it's one is 2 minutes, one is 4 minutes. I want the 2 minute one. It is called E-Motion 2.0. Emotion 2.0 is one of them is 2 minutes and one of them is 4 minutes. So I want you to play the 2 minute one.
Okay, sounds good to me. Are you ready, guys? Yes, we are.
We are ready. We are ready. We are ready.
What I have found is that 90% of all the pain that we experience is due to trapped emotional baggage. I think that this is really the elephant in the living room in Western medicine that we are missing completely.
Our trapped emotions and traumas that we hold in our nervous system are the source of everything that ails us.
What we're finding is that there are these protective mechanisms that help us to overcome and survive these experiences. Actually take these experiences and suppress them, not just in our mind, but in our body.
It's a scientific fact that the chemicals of stress dysregulate our genes that create disease. It's a fact.
And we look for answers. And the problem is that the answers aren't out in our world. They're in science.
We are not made wrong. We're not broken. We're not missing anything. Every single problem of the body is a portal.
Because if you go down through the layers of those emotions, underneath at the very bottom is your true nature, is your peaceful self,
Talking
your
about
joyous, your
emotional
playful, your
healing this
connected self.
morning with my Life Changing Life family. We have a video playing for me over about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to pick up the conversation.
I know this sounds so simple, but if you do it, you will see huge transformation begin to take place in your life.
Two modalities to help you to
is actually manifesting from their heart into the world their perfect creation that is inside each of them. That's where we're going.
Let's see some.
Is actually manifesting from their heart into the world their perfect creation that is inside. Imagine living in a world where everyone is.
Hey, we're talking about emotional baggage this morning.
Wow. I left that up on the screen for a reason.
Yes.
Look at that. What it say? What do that thing say?
When you change.
Come on up here, girl.
Okay. When you change yourself, you change your world. Sounds very familiar too. You're saying it like Changing Alliances, right?
Yes.
So it's so amazing, right? It really is true. If you change yourself, if you change your mind, you change your world. So there's been a lot of conversation over these last few weeks about emotional healing, emotional baggage. Who's emotional over here? Who's crying over this? Who's hurt over that? And so your thoughts and emotions, they really are driven by your subconscious beliefs, long forgotten experiences, and these emotions that you're holding in your body can absolutely degenerate your health. Let me say that again. Your emotional state can degenerate your actual health. And so this is a movie that you just saw the trailer to. It's called E-Motion 2.0. Go watch it. Just go watch it, because it really is telling you how your emotional state is affecting who you are, what you're doing, and how these emotions are staying in your body and causing illness. And so, and it's because a lot of this is in your subconscious mind, right? Your subconscious mind is controlling all of it. All of it. So emotions are just energy, emotion. According to Dr. Nelson, who you just saw in that quick video, is when you feel emotion, what you're really sensing is the vibration of that particular energy. And so thinking of emotion as energy movement, and each emotion has its own vibrational signature. And so when intense emotions are felt, they can become trapped in the body like a whole ball of energy. And when I first read his description, it made me think of the moment when I was told that my father passed away. When I was told that, I felt this ball of energy just sink into my chest. It was in my stomach. It was so uncontrollable, but it was just overwhelmingly sadness and hurt and pain all at one time just grabbed me. And that's exactly what happens with any intense emotion. And if it's not checked, this energy that falls in your body could absolutely cause some sort of disease. So when they become lodged in the body, it causes disruptions in your body's energy system, which then underlies your physical system, all in this invisible energy field that we carry in our bodies. Our bodies are biochemical and biophysical. So any disruption in their energy will eventually turn into a physical dysfunction. Certain emotions are automatically associated with pain in certain regions of the body, according to science. So people who suffer from depression suffer from chest pain. And they have this chest pain even though there's nothing wrong with their heart. And that takes me back to extreme grief can have such a devastating effect on the body. And that's why they say that people die of broken hearts. In the days after someone has died, your risk of dying from a heart attack, depending on who that person is, goes up 20%. 21% it goes up. And I can tell you, for me, my congestive heart failure was a manifestation of a broken heart. And so just know that the things that you're experiencing has something to do with emotion, because the body is pure energy. So if you think of the body as a conglomerate of densely packed energy, rather than just hard material cells, it'll help you to really understand how important the root factor of disease is really the inharmonious activity of the energetic levels in the body. And one of the biggest factors to that is stress. Stress is a major factor that can produce such chaos in the energetic levels of your body. That is why removing stress will have such a positive influence on your health. So even the American Medical Association talks about it. They say that 80% of all health problems are stress related. Even the conservative Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, they stated that 85% of all diseases appear to have an emotional element, because they all do. The classic definition of stress is a real or imagined threat and your body's responses to it. So research shows that your body's natural stress response can have a significant impact on everything from your immune function, brain chemistry, blood sugar levels, hormonal imbalance, and so much more. So they found that if you are ruminating over a stressful incident, ruminating meaning thinking about it, brooding about it, not letting it go, just holding on to it like a dog with a bone with gravy on it, just won't let it go. If you are holding on to a stressful incident like that, it increases the creative reactive protein, which is a marker for inflammation in the body. So sometimes we just got to let it go. You know, this film, they talk about people so much in their emotions. It's like your body is living in a state of emergency all the time. So when you are constantly in a stress induced way, it increases cortisol in the body. And when you are chronically stressed, that's with anger and aggression and hatred and fear and prejudice and anxiety and insecurity and hopelessness and all these negative states, they feed the energetic chaos that manifests as physical pain and disease in your body. And so all these emotions, which we consider a part of our conscious reality, are all produced by stress chemicals. Now, if your emotions allow you to see your conscious mind, where do you think you would look to observe your subconscious mind? It's your body. Your body is your subconscious mind. Everything that your body is telling you what is happening in your subconscious mind. You know, and it's not as hidden as you think. And so that is this whole idea of all of this, and looking at people like Louise Hay and how she talks about the disease and how disease is related to every single ailment. So if a person is suffering from cancer, that is a disease of anger, deep hurt, regret, and deep grief. If a person has constipation all the time, that's holding on to grudges, holding something nasty that you need to let go. If you are having problems with your joints, your feet, your knees, your hips, that's not wanting to move forward in life. So for every single thing, stroke is unresolved emotional issue not dealt with. So for every single thing, there's a whole chart for this, from having headaches. Headaches is invalidation of self, not taking care of yourself. If you got a corn on your toe, that's you being stubborn in your beliefs and not wanting to change. So for everything, so any ailment that you can think of has a disease connected to it. I mean, any ailment has an emotion connected to it. If you deal with the emotion, you deal with the disease. You know, you notice how some people will have cancer and they do treatment and then they start to get better and then they go into remission, but then the cancer comes back again and it comes back so strong and so hard, and then they take care of it again and then it goes away and goes in remission again, and then it comes back a third time, but this time it takes the person out. Cancer comes back over and over again because you can eat right, you can exercise, you can take the drugs, you can take all of the holistic stuff, you can do all this alternative stuff, but until you deal with the emotion that is causing the disease, it will continue to come up until it is dealt with. That means if you are suffering from cancer, that means you either have anger, you have deep hurt, you have regret, or deep grief. And so we need to figure out which one it is, where is it coming from, bring it up so we could take it out. And so that's why, that's how I became an emotion code practitioner. When I learned all this stuff and how it's all related. Then what happens in the emotion code, when you have an emotion code session, we literally talk to your subconscious mind. We weigh your muscles, what's happening in your body by muscle testing. Muscle testing will, as you are in truth, the muscles stay strong. When you are in not your truth, or when something is not right, when the answer is negative, the muscles are weak. So I literally can push down on you. If your muscles are strong and I ask you a question, I say, what's your name? And you say, Darlaina, is strong. If I say my name is Kemp, is weak, it goes down, because that's not my name. So I can find out what muscles, what emotions are trapped in your body that are causing whatever ailments that you are having. And then once we determine what it is, we use the meridians of the body that are used for acupuncture and acupressure, and we use magnetic therapy. These are my magnets. You see my magnet? These are my magnets that I use to use your body's energy to pull out those emotions that are there. And it works. Dr. Bradley Nelson, who you saw talking in the beginning, he's identified 60 emotions, 60 negative emotions that cause disease. For instance, he has for anything involving your heart and small intestines, could be abandonment, betrayal, loss, love unreceived, efforts unreceived, heartache, insecurity, vulnerability. If it's your stomach, it could be anxiety, despair, disgust, nervousness, failure, hopelessness, helplessness, lack of control, low self-esteem. If something's wrong with your lungs or your colon, it's you're crying, you're discouraged, rejection, sadness, sorrow, confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse. If it's your liver or your gallbladder, it's anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred, resentment, depression, frustration, indecisiveness. If it's your kidneys or bladder, it's blaming, it's dread, it's fear, it's horror, it's conflict, it's creative insecurity. If it's your glands or sexual organs, it could be humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, overwhelm, shame, shock, unworthiness. So all of these are put together in a way that I could use my muscle testing and determine which of these are trapped in your body, and using muscle testing, remove it. So that's what I do as an emotion code practitioner. But because there is such a rise of mind body medicine, we can use other therapies that you can use yourself to take care of yourself. And so that means that, you know, if your body can't tell the difference between an actual experience that triggers an emotional response versus an emotional fabricated thought, is another thing. So that is why worrying sometimes about negative things that haven't even happened can have a negative effect on your body. You can automatically start having headaches and all these different things because you just thinking about something might happen. Nothing ain't happened. Something might happen. And in the recent years, these mind-body therapies come up. And one of the things that came up was the emotional freedom technique. We talked about this before, tapping. And using the emotional freedom technique yourself can help you to reduce your stress. It can reduce stress or distress. And today I'm going to teach you how to do it. EFT has been found consistently to affect the positive statistics and the results of people bringing down their anxiety levels. People have, like, they tried it on these adolescent boys who had histories of physical and psychological abuse. And by teaching them that, it decreased the intensity of their traumatic memories. Another group of 30 people who were severely depressed college students, they found that by showing them how to use EFT, it significantly brought down their depression. And there's study after study people who are no longer suffering because they've learned this technique. So I'm going to show you how to use EFT. And EFT is so great in that you can use it yourself. So you're gonna there's some points on the body. So the first thing I want you to think about, I just want you to relax for a moment, right? And relax in your chair, wherever you're sitting, just relax, right? And while you're in this relaxed state, I want you to think about anything that you might be worrying about. And think about where that number is in your body, whatever it is you're stressing about in this moment. Is it a 1? Is it a 5? Is it a 10? So sit back, take a deep breath. And I want you to feel in your body whatever you feel. And take note, write it down right now, whether it is a 5, a 7, a 10, write that number down. And so, good morning, good morning. And so now that you've written down the number, I want you to either hand on the side, right? Take your 4 fingers, right? And I want you to tap it like this. Just tap it. And you're going to tap it. And while you're tapping it, this is part of the governing meridians that relaxes the body, right? So you're going to tap there, right? And you're going to think about whatever it is that's bugging you. And this is what you're going to say. Even though I feel anxiety about whatever it is, I accept how I feel. Even though I'm anxious about my interview, I accept myself and how I feel. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety about my financial situation, I honor my feelings and give my body permission to relax. And so you start there, right? And then you go to, hold on, show you. In your eyebrow, right? There's a point like here, right next to your eyebrow. That's the next point. Even though I'm feeling anxious about whatever you're feeling anxious, I love and accept myself and I respect how I feel, right? Eyebrow, right? And then you're going to go from the eyebrow to the side of your eye. And you're going to do the same thing, 5 to 7 taps. Even though I'm feeling anxious about whatever, I accept how I feel. Even though I'm anxious about my interview, I accept how I feel. And then after you do the eyebrow, the side of the eye, then you go under your eye, like right on your cheekbone. Even though I feel anxious about, I accept how I feel. Under the eye, right? And then right under your nose, top lip, same thing, 5 to 7 taps. Even though I feel anxious about, I accept how I feel. Even though I feel anxious about, I honor my feelings and give my body permission to relax. And then the chin. Even though I feel anxious about, I accept how I feel. Even though I feel anxious about my financial situation, I honor my feelings and allow my body permission to relax. And after you do your chin, and you'll learn the points from doing it. You go to your collarbone and you tap there too. These are all part of the governing on your body, right? You tap there. Even though I'm anxious about whatever, I honor how I feel. Even though I'm anxious about my financial situation, I accept my feelings and allow my body to relax. And then the next one is under the arm. It's like right under your armpit, maybe like 4 fingers under your armpit, and you're going to tap there too. Even though I feel anxious about my whatever, I allow my body to relax. And then after you do that, you do the top of your head. Even though I am anxious about, I accept my feelings and I allow my body to relax. Okay, now sit back in your chair, relax, take a deep breath. Now check your number. If you started out at a 6 or 8, see what you feel like now. See if you feel like a 2 or a 1. And if you feel like it's still up, you're going to go through the points again. Start with the karate chop, the eyebrow, under your eye, top of your nose, chin, collarbone, under your arm, top of your head. All of those points. And so by using the emotional freedom technique, it does just that. It gives you emotional freedom. And by doing that, it brings down your stress. Stress is such a thing. And so by doing that, it helps you to bring those stress levels down. Using the emotional freedom technique can reprogram your body's reactions to the unavoidable stresses that we all have every single day. Stress at work starts happening. Stress with the kids starts happening. Stress for anything. Somebody passed away. COVID is happening. Tap, 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 tap. Make stress management a part of your everyday life. And if you really want to delve into it, just go on to YouTube, press emotional freedom technique or EFT. You can see the videos of people doing it. Sometimes we forget that we even have these modalities. This is something that you can do anytime, anywhere, and it will absolutely bring your stress levels down. You need to be able to have these types of things that's going to really help you to manage stress. By managing the stress in your life, that manages how the inflammation is showing up in your body, because stress causes cortisol. Cortisol causes inflammation. Inflammation causes illness, sickness, disease. And so there's other ways you can manage your stress too, by exercise. Studies show us all the time that by exercise, some people, they just seem like they just exercise all the time. Well, that's managing their stress. So exercise is a way to manage your stress. Getting rest, getting sleep is a way to manage your stress. Sometimes people go to sleep and sleep for 8 hours and they wake up still tired. They wake up still tired because their stress is so high. They're not having restorative sleep. They sleep, but they didn't rest. Meditation, practicing mindfulness. There's meditation apps. There's meditation on YouTube now. You can just turn on the music and lay down. Schedule some time for you to really relax, have some peace. Go to the beach. I went yesterday to Penn's Landing and sat at the water. Find out some nature spaces in your town. We got West River Drive, East River Drive, all of that kind of stuff. And really, optimize your diet. Make sure that you are eating right. And when you are really dealing with or healing from emotional pain, do your best to let go of rejection. Rejection can, activate some of the same pathways in your brain as physical pain. And that's one of the reasons why it hurts so much. You hold on to rejection, and then rejection turns into pain. We can't have that. The feeling of rejection, the needs to belong, all of these things can cause physical pain. And remember, we talked about that word ruminate. Avoid ruminating, brooding, holding on to past hurt and memories, allowing them to replay in your mind. That only makes it more increasingly distressing, which can cause more anger, and without providing new insight. It's just the same thing. You're playing it over and over again. When you are holding on to a stressful incident, that creates more of that C-reactive protein, which is a marker for inflammation. You don't want to do that, and that's been linked to cardiovascular disease. So the other thing, you want to turn your failure into something positive. I don't even call failure anymore, because failure to me is just learning a way not to do it that way anymore. Like, that way didn't work, so I'm not going to do that again. But sometimes people feel helpless or blame their lack of ability on bad luck, or it lowers their self-esteem, which causes all kinds of bad stuff. So you want to focus on ways to improve and be better informed and prepare yourself so that next time you have a better result. Make sure that if you're feeling guilty about something, excessive guilt can impair your ability to really focus on life and enjoy it. If you feel guilty still after apologizing for something that you may have done wrong or said wrong, be sure that you really express, empathy towards them, and let them know that you understand how their emotions was, or how your actions have impacted them, which will likely, get you to forgiveness and relieve your guilty feelings. And sometimes you can use self-affirmation. If you have like low self-esteem, using positive affirmations, we know that's an excellent tool for emotional health. It really makes you feel good, because the body doesn't know the difference between a truth or a lie. So if you say, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am wise, I am smart, I am beautiful, all those things, anything that you say after I am becomes a prayer and can become true for you. So it's so important to do that. The last thing I want to talk about is something called Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian prayer. There was this Hawaiian psychotherapist, right? He cured an entire ward of criminally insane patients without even meeting them or spending time with them. And it is this energy that was created by these Hawaiian people that they just say it. You can look this up too. Ho'oponopono. And what they do is, they say 4 things. And these 4 things that you say, it's self-identity through Ho'oponopono, and it's using it to heal yourself before you can heal anyone else. And if you subscribe to the belief that we create our own reality, then there is no out there, it's only in here. So everything that happens to you right now, every moment, is happening in your mind. Everything you see, everything you hear, every person you meet is not out there. It's happening in our own mind and shaded with all our own perception, our own fears, our own beliefs about the experience. So we want to think that what is happening, we don't want to think that what is happening out, happening in us. Even everything that's happening in the world, is our perception of the world is happening inside as well. And so the world is around us, but it's out here. So the first step is just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And realizing that you're responsible for everything in your mind, even if it seems outside of you. Once you accept that, it's automatically natural to feel sorry. So you're going to say, I'm sorry, knowing that whatever you're experiencing, you caused it yourself, whether that is, I'm overweight, I drink too much, I'm doing substance abuse, or if you have anger or self-esteem issues or health problems, start there and just say, I'm sorry. That's it. Just say, I'm sorry. It's even more powerful if you say it more clearly. I realize that I'm responsible for this issue in my life, and I feel remorse. My consciousness has allowed this. So the first are, I'm sorry. So just say, I'm sorry. Number 2, ask for forgiveness. So say, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Don't worry about who you're asking for forgiveness. Just ask, please forgive me. Say it over and over and mean it. Remember, your remorse from step 1 and now you're asking for forgiveness. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. The third thing you're going to say in gratitude, you're going to say thank you. Say thank you, because it doesn't matter who or what you're thanking. Thank your body for all it does for you. Thank yourself for being the best you can be. Thank God. Thank the universe. Thank whoever. Thank whatever it was that just forgave you. Just keep saying thank you. Say thank you. And then the fourth thing you're going to say is, I love you. And say I love you. Say it to your body. Say it to God. Say it to the universe. Say I love you to the air you breathe, to the house that shelters you. Say I love you to your challenges. Say it over and over. Just say I love you and mean it. There's nothing more powerful than love. And so this Hawaiian psychotherapist, when he came to this criminally insane place, these people were in shackles. They were on medication. They were murderers. They were rapists. They were all these things. And so he simply got the charts for each person. He read them. He felt the emotion that came up for whatever it was that they did. And he simply put his finger on the person's name and he said, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And I love you. And he said to those people, and he kept saying it for each of those people. And by him saying it over each of those people, within 2 years' time, a lot of the people that were on medication were off medication and were out of shackles. And then in 4 years' time, that whole ward was closed. There was no more need for it. So Ho'oponopono Ono can absolutely save you. You don't have to say it out loud. You can say it in your thoughts. If your kids is getting on your nerves, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I sometimes even say a person's name, Darlaina. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. And you say it over and over. You can say it straight for 5 minutes. I love you. You start at the beginning. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Try it. Write down some names of some people that cause agita in your life. Write down the names of some people that you have difficulty with and just say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And that's it. The whole practice in a nutshell. Simple, amazingly effective. Do it. Do it. Do it. And after you do it, I want you to tell me how you feel. So let's do it together right now. Sit back, think of something, an issue, a concern, and I just want you to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. I use this for my grown children, especially my son. My son is an African-American, 30-something-year-old man living in the United States. And I was always worried about him, always concerned about him, always calling him, checking, like, Mom, I'm good. Mom, I'm good. So I just started using this for things. And I said my son's name, wrote down my son's name, put my hand on his name, and said those things. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. And it absolutely calmed my heart, calmed my spirit, helped me not to worry. And you can add it to your life, add the tapping, add that to your life. If you want to have, if you're interested in emotion code, definitely take a look at the movie Emotion 2.0. Look at the movie and see what he's talking about when he talks about trapped emotions. Using that therapy will not only identify the emotions that are trapped, that are connected to any disease or whatever it is, but using the magnetic therapy is how it is removed from your body. Kemp, I sent you 2 other videos of the LCA cruise. You might have them. I couldn't find the one of Kevin when everybody was sending negative energy. We have to be so mindful of the spaces that we're in. The same way I did the muscle testing. My name is Darlaina, and my arm stayed strong. When I was Kemp, my arm was weak. So the same way, when you are in a room of people that affirm you, when you are in spaces where people love you, if you do the same type of test, those muscles stay strong because you are in a positive environment. When you are in an environment that is terrible, bad things going on, people acting crazy, yelling, cussing, screaming, arguing, that weakens the body too. That weakens the body also. So you have to remove yourself from those situations. Also, when you are around haters weaken your immune system. When you are in a space where people love you and they loving on you, then your body stays strong. But when you are in a space where haters are, it will absolutely bring down your immunity as well. And so when you are staying and living in your truth and staying in your truth will keep your body strong. It will keep you from even getting sick, really, and so it's so important for you to do that. I sent it from the Dropbox. And it really is, letting people see how this absolutely works when you see it. I'm going to share it somewhere on my social at some point today, but you can see how sending positive energy to somebody, saying, oh my goodness, you're doing so good. And even if you're not saying it out loud, you're just thinking it towards them, they will stay strong. But the minute you start thinking, oh, she is show off and she always doing this, or he always got to be in the front, he always got to be at the top, he always that. And that sends negative energy, which weakens that person that you're talking about. So you want to be mindful of the things that you say over people, the things that you are doing when it comes to your interactions with the people that you love, telling your kids that they ain't this and they ain't that, they never gonna be, and they fathers. That weakens everything. The 4 words are: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me.
Alrighty, guys,
thank
welcome.
You, and I love you. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be finding the video I sent you from the LCA cruise.
I'm looking for them right now. You said you mailed them to me.
I emailed them to you from Dropbox.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how Dropbox sends it over. I don't know if it comes up as Dropbox or whether it just comes up as a thing from me. You're welcome, Miss Margaret. But yes. Those videos were so powerful. I looked at it with Shirley, and Shirley, we did the test with Shirley, and I said, what's your name? And her arm was strong. What's your name? Her arm was strong. Yeah. And then I said, say a name that's not your name. She said Darlaina. Her arm went down, and it totally freaked her out. But that just tells us that our subconscious mind knows the truth. And so it shows up in the strength of your body, in the weakness or strength of your body. So if you are not living in your truth, your body will be overall weak everywhere because you are living in it. And if you are living in an untruth, something that does not serve you, it will continuously beat your body up until you become sick. So if you are living in situations that you shouldn't be, if you are working a job that you shouldn't be at, it is causing overall weakness in the body. When you start to live in power and live in your truth, your body is better. Your emotional state is better. Everything is better. And you know that by doing things that you just enjoy. You can go into work, and while you on your way to work, you all draggy, like, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to. But the minute you out, choom, energy comes up. You feel good. You feel good in your whole body, and it's just great. We'll find it. If you can't find it, it's okay. We'll put it up on LCA so people can see it. We'll put it up.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Let me share something with you.
Yes.
Let me share something with you. Let me share something with you, girl.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much.
That's just a reminder for you.
Again,
you know this stuff.
No, you get look. When I get off this call in a minute, I'm getting ready to call you in a second.
Okay.
Because we gotta do something right.
Okay.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you heard her today, and I knew when I called. Listen. Listen. Okay. Oh my God. So there's a couple of people that have already experienced Darlaina.
Yes.
Now, at this point, many of us, at the end of the day, we know the power in what she's talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not just in where she was talking about your body, but these are the things that we do when we come together.
Yes.
And I know for a fact, I'm going to just tell you this. I ain't going to say nothing else to nobody because they know it's time for our trip right now.
Right now.
It is so far. Vincent been sending me videos. I've been seeing videos on you. Always reminders. Those reminders are coming up. Now you say a cruise. You don't even understand that because that's all working in our favor right now.
Yes.
But okay.
Yes.
Listen to me. I promise you, before the day is out today,
yes,
I am going to have everything set up for this thing within the next 2 to 3 months. Period. So everybody just know that you will actually experience this young lady in person. You don't even understand how much she just blessed my soul today. Hello.
That's my job. I'm in the blessing. I'm in the blessing building. I'm in the blessing business. Y'all don't
even. I'm getting ready to send her some money right now. I swear to God, I'm sending it to you right now. She said, "Say this, guys." The first thing she said, there's so many issues that we have that are unsolved.
Yeah.
Did you hear what she said? She said unsolved.
Yeah.
And these things can bring about all kinds of diseases and things in our bodies. No matter what you try to hide from, those they will come out some way. It could be your acne, it could be bumps on you, it could be stuff that's starting to grow on you like it's going like a corn.
Yes.
We look at it, well, when is that from? How did that start? You think it's a pair of shoes. No, it ain't no damn shoes. It is something you holding on to. That lady she just talked about. What's her name? Martha, whosoever. I know. What's the lady, the one you was just talking about? That daggone book.
Oh, Louise Hay.
Oh, God, what's her name?
Louise Hay.
Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Hey, I'm going to say this, and I got to go. Louise Hay is no joke.
No.
Yes.
She died at 97. But in her book, there's charts. These charts in here.
Oh, my.
This charts right now, I'm looking at if it's a problem with your eczema, it says breathtaking antagonism, mental eruptions. So something mentally is going on. And so she gives you a affirmation: harmony and peace, love and joy surround me and dwell in me. I am safe and I'm secure. Things like endometriosis, insecurity, disappointment, and frustration, replacing self-love with sugar and blamers. I am both powerful and desirable. It's wonderful to be a woman. I love myself and I am fulfilled. So for every single ailment, there is an emotion that caused it. And the minute that you believe that, you can heal yourself. You can heal your life. This is my Bible. This is my Bible. This is how I start when I work with my clients.
Oh my goodness. Look at this other thing. She said, I'm sorry. Then she says, ask for forgiveness.
Yep.
And then she says, thank your body for what it has done for you.
Yep.
At the end of the day. When you're going through this pain, like at the end of the day, you got to say to your body, because we have inflicted something that's causing, you think is, I'm thinking is ibuprofen, I need this. And the day is, she said, say this. I said it today, and I felt,
Did you feel
okay, listen, Linda. It is time us to go. We are out of freaking here.
Yes.
Guys, you don't even understand. Okay. Lynn. Okay, you know we got work to do, babe. Listen. Sharon! Hey, these are the people that I can tell you. They can tell you firsthand, guys.
Yes.
When we go up on this cabin, we go far up.
Yep.
I'm in heaven when I get up on this joint.
Yes.
Okay, Vincent, ask them. Say it right. What? Y'all don't even understand. Listen.
Serious.
We got so many folks. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What? Hey, what's wrong with your voice? What? Listen. Tell them about this girl right here, please, Vincent. Tell her.
What girl?
That woman right there in that green dress that just got finished talking to her.
Listen. If you're gonna go to the cabin or wherever we're going, and she's about to do something to your feet, watch out. Because those things start coming out.
Oh my God!
Yes, he's talking about the ionic foot detox. Yeah. The ionic foot detox.
She gonna pull some stuff out of you.
Yes.
It was very enjoyable, and I was surprised, and so much came out. I was like, "Oh my God, what's going on with this?" But it was the best thing. I mean, it was really nice, Darlaina.
Oh, thank you.
I wouldn't say that. Clear water.
It's scary. It's scary looking. It's scary. It's scary looking. I get it. Yeah, it's scary looking.
Oh my goodness.
Darlaina is the best.
Yes. Come on up here, Sharon. Say something about that woman. Say something, Deidre. Tell him, Deidre. Tell him.
Oh my God.
That's it.
You guys.
I can't say enough about Darlaina. I mean, to experience her in person is amazing, because she just pours and gives of herself to everyone there. The foot detox was amazing, not amazing, but amazing.
Yes.
Although I think some people got in trouble afterwards. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, because it's showing up, bring it out, baby. It bring it out.
It
bring it out, yo. I was.
And it just takes me back to the first time that Darlaina actually went on a trip with us, our first cabin trip, and she wasn't so much in the same capacity as she is now. But even then, she was tuned in. She was attuned to the energy that was flowing. She was attuned to all of us. Kemp and Jamal had us just all super emotional, and everybody was running to Darlaina crying.
Like, what is they doing in the basement? What are they doing? Why is everybody coming up here crying?
She said, "What are they doing?" She said, "What are they doing?" Everyone's coming upstairs with tears in their eyes. But it's just the cabin trips are one of those things that you know, as much as we try to put together an agenda and speak about specific things at specific times, what I will say is that it's spirit-led.
Yes, very much
It's
so.
spirit-led. I can tell you that I'll put together the agenda and say we're going to do this at 1 o'clock and this at 2:15 and blah, blah, blah. And the thing just flows. And y'all know Kemp does not want to be reading from nobody's note cards and like that.
Not at all.
I can recall probably one of the most impactful of the 3 years. I think I have a lot of different stories I could share, but the one I will share was when we hugged. I'll say
Yes.
We hugged it out.
Yes, we did.
And Kemp and Jamal played some music, and they was like, find somebody and hug them. And I remember I hugged Sharon, Detroit. And I remember we were in tears.
Yep.
It was like so moving. And if you were there, I hope you remember who it was that you hugged that day. But
I do.
I remember it like that's.
I do. Yeah.
And the thing was, when you know it was spirit did, I said, I don't care where you at right now, just stop.
Yes.
And hug somebody right now. I don't want you to go to your husband. I don't want you to go to this person. Wherever you are, right then and there. And I felt the spirit to say, stop this thing right now and hug it out.
Yes. So amazing. So
anyway,
amazing. Yeah.
We gotta go.
Don't miss the next one. Don't miss the next one. That's all I'm saying. Don't miss it. Don't miss the next one.
I'm gonna call you back, girl.
Okay.
Goodbye, y'all. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Darlaina. I love you, girl.
Welcome.
Like, oh my gosh, Lord.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you being here with my Life Changing Alliance family. I hope you learned something that you can use to help you in your own emotional healing. So have an amazing rest of your day. Bye for now.